for that, and
they're not like into it. You know, like I mean, I don't know. They're just it doesn't spark their interest, and I don't see why it wouldn't.
yeah,
You're closer to your roots than most people in America, than everybody in America, most likely.
yeah,
Like, because you live in the land of your roots, unless you're Native American.
yeah.
You
That
live
land has always been fucking Navajo land, I guess. You know, like that's you can go back and find like 1,000-year-old fucking Ishkiz and shit like that.
Yeah, like it's less work for you to figure out the answers from where you come from and what your people were
Yeah,
about.
bro.
With me, I've got to go to Germany and
Mhm.
Italy and Mexico and Ireland and all those little mixtures that I am, and because of my mom and my dad, and they don't give a shit about their roots.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And I think what's
God,
beneficial
dude,
and what's fortuitous about my tribe and shit is like we passed our knowledge down in songs like well everyone like a lot of like older people did that too, like other tribes and shit, but like we mainly did songs, you know, so all knowledge was passed down through songs, and the more beautiful the song, you know, the more like fucking it's hard to explain in English, but like the more beautiful, the more it catches you.
mm-hmm.
It catches you. You know, it takes you. Fuck, and you're able to sing like You're able to just catch the rhythm and shit and start singing along in there. Man.
Man, it's like everybody's like empowering each
Yeah,
other and
bro.
keeping each other empowered.
It's a super organism in there.
Yeah, hardcore. Like, call it the mastermind, call it whatever, the mastermind concept or anything. Like, that's just another name of it. Like, a bunch of like-minded people with the same purpose, all completely in harmony.
Mm-hmm.
That's when magic happens. That's when your mind, like, you are all one within this master mind, and you guys are all equally partaking in it being so masterous. Like, damn. That shit is crazy. It's nuts when you can be a human being and think this way. I guess it's not nuts, it's normal, but...
And like this, and it's cool too, because this could be the most important moment going on in the universe right now, you know, right now. Like, this conversation, these past conversations. Mostly.
I could be at work right now, frying shit, cooking up, making triples, making some crispers, some chicken crispers, and hating my life. Not hating my life, but being unmotivated.
Hating the system.
Hating the system. Hating the man. The man meaning the physical man that thinks he can rule me and tell me when to go home and when to freaking breathe.
Man and his cult and cultures.
And a man who isn't even happy with his job. Who will look at a car that he wants and say he will probably never have that in his life.
Yeah.
I know that if I want something, I could have it. Not right on cue, but if I want it bad enough, I could obtain it.
With a little bit of effort.
Yeah, like, I'm not going to sit here and say I'll never have, you know, my dream house, because I know I will.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it smell bad.
Yeah, I can't wait to have my dream cabin.
Dude, seriously, like, I plan on I don't even... I saw my dream house in Sedona, bro.
Yeah.
And it's right on this mountain, and when you stand outside this person's backyard, you can see Sedona. You can see where the vortex is at. This dude wakes up every morning probably and just sees it. Boy, we have to go. Like, it's up north. Damn. Like, it's an hour and a half away. It's so
that close.
It's that close. There's no reason not to go. I go once a month.
It's not light years. That shit is a mile.
Yeah, it is not light years. It's like 100 miles away. And, I mean, think about it. If you drive 100 miles an hour, you're going to get there in 1 hour.
Yeah.
So if you go 70 miles an hour, you're going to get there in about an hour and 20, 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. It's so goddamn close, it's stupid.
About an hour 15.
Yeah. Coming back, it could be an hour 15 easily. Yeah. Just got to drive 90. But... Plus, it's all downhill from there. Yeah. So it's not like you're driving up in an incline 4,000 feet up. Yeah. It's harder to drive up there than it is to drive down 4,000 feet.
Damn.
Yeah, man. Shit is real. But seriously, like, I found some sick places. We need to go. We need to go. We need to meditate. We need to mastermind. We need to get in touch with ourselves, within the universe, within...
We need to start utilizing nature.
Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
Like,
I'm tired of
like
going by myself.
places and
Like,
shit.
I'm tired of knowing I have people that appreciate nature. And, like, I mean, I guess it's kind of my fault in a way for, like, I don't know. But it's always, like, last-minute plans. So that's why it's, like, I've already got to get the days off. I've got to get the days covered. I've got to figure out how I'm going to make it work and all that shit. And then to go and call everybody that I told was going to come with me. Like, it's always a task, but I just got to make it happen instead of making excuses. Because I don't, like, I want to be there with people that will enjoy it, not people that will be like, oh, this is cool. Like, if that's how you think of it, then I don't want you to be there.
Yeah.
But if you will sit there and talk with me about how incredible
Keep
this
throwing
shit
each
is.
other in the face of life. Like, oh.
Yeah, like...
It's like that, bro. Like, you become a kid. Like,
yeah, dude.
Like, everything is literally...
Yeah, and that's our body, our mind reacting, our consciousness too, but we're you know, like, we're feeling that enlightenment because the natural part of us human beings is within nature at its finest, and we're just responding naturally to how we would respond. Some people can't respond that naturally because they're so caught up in conformity to this modern civilization, and they need their computer and they need their phone. And I'm not gonna lie, like, I fall short with taking my phone because I take a lot of pictures there. That's because I just want to capture the moment.
Yeah.
But I mean, it doesn't make me embrace it any less or enjoy it any less. I'll put my phone aside and you won't even fuck with it, like. But yeah, dude, like, if somebody, I don't want people that are gonna go with me there and see me, like, just so amazed by this, and they're gonna be like, dude, chill out, like, or not what's amazing, but like people that don't feel that same way, like
gratitude.
That gratitude of, like, this all exists, this all has life, just like you have life, and if you can't accept that and embrace that and feel empowered by that. Chill in the city. Go downtown and look at the the buildings and the airplanes. And
just keep babbling on in Babylon.
Yeah. Man. Dude, this is weird. Who sits around and talks about how incredible life is?
Right? Well,
we've done drugs. We're normal 20-year-olds. We've lived the life that we've lived. We're still talking about how much potential we have and how incredible life is on a Tuesday afternoon.
Real.
Chilling. Reading. This nigga's over here reading. And that's cool. Like, it's Anto's getting his literature in. He's on his lit game. There's so much to say and not enough words. That's crazy how infinite thoughts are, like, and how, like, there's something not right with it. Clearly there's something not right if you can't speak exactly how you think. It just shows that there's more going on in your mind than in, you know, oh, God.
A lot of stagnation before your words come out. Like, the longer you fucking have to wait to say something that's on your mind, the more you probably have to cover up the bullshit to, like, make it look good or something, you know, instead of just spewing it out or channeling it out, like, naturally how the universe wants it to come out.
Yeah. Like, we're not sitting here reading off of our notes that we had to talk about this conversation. It is just proceeded. Yeah. And it's all, like, we're just freestyling.
Really? I think it's dope too how, like, as society progresses, like, our language, you know, the way we convey reality evolves along with it, you know. Like, you wouldn't be able to talk about a computer 50 years ago, you know.
Right, that wouldn't have been there were so many different...
You would have been socially disconnected, you would have been socially fucked up had you lived 50 years ago and had lived through this era. Yeah. You'd be fucked up.
It just shows that this world was meant to change for something. The fact that we have a website that we log into almost every day, probably every day at some point, multiple websites, just to see how everybody we know is feeling what they're doing. And if we want to talk to them, we can do it like that.
I think it's
We're
dope how
so connected.
how man has fucking created computer in his image. We are becoming gods, bro. Like
Oh my
I don't
God.
I don't wanna like put it on that high of a pedestal.
Well, no,
you
no, no,
know,
no. Like
but
people misinterpret that like we're saying we're God.
yeah,
But we all have
God
the power that like God can manifest, and God can pray to God, and you can have a blessing. You can have better health. But our minds can. I mean, I'm Muslim. I pray to Allah. I pray to God. Only God. No Jesus. No Muhammad. No side sources. Just God.
Damn.
Not God being. Just God being that source that is unlike anything relatable to this experience of life.
That which you cannot give limitation to.
Yeah,
because once you give it a name, you've placed limitation on it.
Yeah, and God is just that modern word that we can, or Allah is just that one word that we can use in a physical sense for people to understand what the hell we're talking about. We can't be like, I guess we could do that. No, all right.
Spazzing.
So basically, he's saying praise God by his emotions. So you got to give some words, but even that, like, it's we can do what God can do for us within ourselves. We can make ourselves feel better by forgiving ourselves for getting over the depression. We can ask God for help, and that'll help. But I feel like when we're asking God, we're just asking that inner God we all have within ourselves. Like, we can manifest things into our life. We can manifest our desires into our life. We can realize that we really want this car, and then every single day we drive down the street, we always see this car that we really want, and it's everywhere. Like, that's just a small form of manifestation.
Damn.
Or other things like,
hell yeah.
And not to discredit God, God's there. I mean, I'll always believe in God. Like, I'm not gonna, but I also believe that we all have some God inside of us, because we are the conductors of our reality. We are responsible for everything we see. Like, we see all of this. We all have a world within ourselves. And
we've strategically taken every step to get to this moment now.
Yeah, exactly.
Whether consciously competent or unconsciously incompetent.
Yeah. We could have walked past a person and gave them a bad look, and we didn't even know we gave them that, and it affected them in a certain way. And they did something in their life, and it did something in someone else's life, and it came back to us in some way through a huge...
Just by the law, the 6th degree of the law of association.
Yeah, and we wouldn't have even known. So that unconscious incompetence, like we didn't know that we didn't know. But it still affected us, or affected something. But anything out there, too, still affects us. Somebody else out there that just killed somebody right now.
If you make the world a worse fucking place, you're gonna feel it as a worse fucking place because you're here. So how are you gonna be indulged into an environment and you to stimulate bad energy in the environment you're in just to reflect and have it reflect back onto you? That's destructive. Who would want to do that? That's what kind of mindset is that?
It's those sleepy heads, man. Those people that need to wake up. It's weird to think that this isn't a natural way of thinking to people.
Yeah.
And that's
too,
ego.
Man.
That's ego aside. Holding yourself not higher or less than anybody.
Like, no lie, I wish I could just put like baby powder or DMT on my hand and slap somebody.
Right.
Slap
just like soak my hand in some acid and slap that shit out of somebody, or some DMT, and that way I'm still
here's a light, motherfucker.
Right? Like, God. Man, or if you could just like, if there was a way for us to just like,
have you ever seen Paul? How he does the alien thing?
Oh yeah, he like shows you like
like in an instant, the whole universe, how everything just oh fuck, that took a lot. That shit is so ill.
Yeah, dude.
I thought that was deep as fuck on Paul. Hell yeah. See, I think that's a position I would want to be in the world, in Hollywood, be able to convey like shit like that, even whether subliminally, I don't care about subliminalism, like, because obviously it did us some good in Disney, so I don't know. I think subliminalism is only as good as the person doing it,
Yeah, because there's a lot of wrong subliminal messages out there.
Yeah,
and
Most of them are bad. That's what gave subliminalism
Yeah,
a taboo.
because
That's what made it taboo.
it gives you money.
People use it to empower themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They use it like black magic and shit.
Yeah.
That's ultimately what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're not wrong by calling it black magic.
Yeah.
It may not be what black magic is defined as, but it's in a sense magic because it's affecting people.
Mm-hmm.
It's altering their perception. It's magical and it's dark. I mean, black. It's black fucking magic for sure. Like it's crazy. But we're sitting here having this conversation and it's pretty deep and we
got hours going on, bro, too. That's for sure. I just can't wait to make like a full documentary out of like throw clips together and shit, you know?
Yeah. And the proper tunage in the background too. Yeah.
Let everything align. Damn. I just wonder how much film we should get in before we actually like publish. Because there's just so much to say. Fuck. Especially there's so many people that are asleep. Like, you kind of feel like you're part of the like 1% of the like people who run the world, you know, like when you're awake. Like you go inside, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
really.
It's true because those people weren't sitting around partying and wasting time all day at a young age. And maybe they were, but whatever the case is, they woke up at one time, realized what they can do for themselves and what they can do for this world. They were having conversations like this, or conversations just as deep, but in other things. But I'm sure it all based back to this, because those people probably understand a lot of this shit.
Hell yeah.
You know, they didn't. I mean,
all knowledge is written in nature. It's axiomatic. You know, you can't. There's no denying truth. So once you see truth, it's beautiful. And there's no denying beauty.
Some people just want to see the results right away, and they think that.
Yeah, bro.
And it's like they want to see the proof that this mindset can benefit you. But the first thing is you've got to understand that the mindset. That's how it starts. Like you're not gonna just see the proof you want to see, and that's gonna make you believe.
If it's not benefiting you by getting a rush just from a thought, then you're doing something wrong. Yeah. Because fuck, man.
Like we're speaking with passion in our words. Like we're not just sitting here like, yeah, dude, the human mind, that shit is cool. Like it can do a lot for you.
We're sitting here talking about deeper shit, and I'm getting higher off of this than I was off of heroin for the past year.
Yeah, like this is just
on some natural vitality.
This is that type of shit that makes me so unlatched from weed. Because I like with me, my drug choice.
And I didn't even smoke weed this morning either. I mean, I didn't do a wake and make.
Yeah.
Did I do a wake and make? I don't know.
Maybe.
Less than drugs. No.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Whatever the case, you're not high right now. I mean, you may be on another level because of mental activity going on. But Gandhi and shit, like Buddha, the people that started revolutions, the people that influenced people on a mass scale, they didn't sit around and just smoke and drink.
But they had natural ways of like, because all civilizations in the past all strove towards higher states of consciousness. Whether it was the oracles of Delphi sitting inside of caves and volcanoes, huffing volcano acid or gases to get high, or Navajos up on the res running for 45 minutes straight, and coming back and really getting a head change, anything you do, like, really gives you a head change, and it's always been a strive for that. Every culture, because I don't know, that's where all the knowledge is. It's outside. It all the knowledge like dwells on the border and the angles of matter, like it's not here. It's like in the spaces that aren't.
And the only thing that can get us there is inside of ourselves.
Yes.
The only way you can get outside is getting inside yourself.
God damn! You just said it. You just tied the bow right there. Because I was going nowhere until you just tied the bow.
Yeah, dude. To say that's
fuck.
Man, like that's
fuck yeah.
Like man.
Damn. We're gonna wake some motherfuckers up.
Yeah.
The slumber party's over. Dang.
Can't wait, man. man. It's gonna be fucking crazy. Like, develop natural excitement like this right now. To be happy off of what was just said, what we're talking about, like.
And we're gonna be leading by example too, you know, because people are gonna be seeing like just look at me like here I am, just I'll be so jealous I'll be so jealous of myself. Just last week, 2 weeks ago, seeing myself right now, I would have been like, you just bad thoughts, you know? Like, I want you to have a bad thought, motherfucker. You ain't all good.
Yeah,
For real, bro.
You start finding the bad in somebody else's good.
Exactly.
Like you're trying to find the bad in somebody else's
good. A true hater does that.
Yeah.
Man. That's fucked. I can't believe that exists in the world, too. That's just as bad as him. For real.
Something that you need, something that you can't live without.
How you gonna step on someone else's happiness?
Exactly. Okay, coming?
No. Yeah. You wanna take it, sir?
Huh?
You wanna take it, sir?
Do what?
You wanna take it?
Nah, nigga, I'm fucking tired.
Word. You're still tired?
Well, just from fucking sitting here.
Coming out or what? I'm waiting for you. Come on. No, wait, no, you coming on. Wait, fuck that.
Stop. Stop. Go. Stop. You smell bad. I'm closing that. I'm closing it.
Basically, we're supposed to do how mystery. It was all synchronized.
Artie.
From the very beginning of the Beamer thing, me wanting to sober up, all that shit. Already set in stone for real. Because my cousin Rashad, he came around too. He was fucked up on some G shit. He sobered up right before I had left. And then he's on this shit too. He's on some deep beats. He's more Christian about it though, you know, but he's still deep, bro. We can hear with that. Conversations too. Hell yeah. Like he's one of the people that inspired me, you know. There's like, hold on, let me count people. There's you, a girl named Ro, and my cousin Rashad, this kid Dom, and this kid Adam. Five so far. These inspired me. Then Jamal too. Chris said he learned from second-hand perspective too, how much of a first-hand perspective you can have. You know?
They're friendly. Like you have an appreciation for a whole nother like I don't appreciate you because you're I mean I appreciate you because of everything that you are, but it's more than just like it goes beyond words because like what we talk about is like what like the way that we like empower each other and empower ourselves within the conversations we have. It's like it's making you feel more human.
Yeah.
So like, what more is there to appreciate somebody for?
Yeah.
What more could they do? It's something that they can do that money can't give you. That it's better than them buying you shit or giving you money. It's like or giving you. It's so hard to explain, but it's like I guess that's just when you know it's like it's the right thing or something. I don't even know. Like it's hard to. What do I say?
I love language too. It's just discipline.
Yeah, I think you didn't allow somebody to feel a certain emotion by your words. Language is powerful, there's no doubt about it. It's so limiting, but it's still so powerful within itself.
But crazy how the right word to trigger like say you place a word with a different word and how sorry. Move. I just in the whole Satsang thing by saying you can either be a parasite or a fungus. One sucks the life out of the other, and one will take dead shit and transmute it back into life.
I could dig that. That's
For
a
real.
good ending point. There are a lot of parasites in this world.
A lot of parasites.
Parasites don't, they don't produce energy.
They do. It's all vampirism.
Oh shit.